I'm a shopper. I looked at many places, and once I looked at the quality and the pricing, I felt I got a lot of value for my money.
We heard about you on a TV commercial.
Yeah, and a TV commercial.
Yeah.
I heard about Excel Windows through our local newspaper. Their showroom's right in downtown Oak Lawn, very convenient. Went in, met with a very nice salesman, showed me everything I need to know about getting new windows.
It's so long ago. It's
Probably through the paper.
and word of mouth.
Yeah.
That's the best thing you can do is see someone else's or hear someone else's experience.
She was familiar with
Well,
them because
I
she worked in that area.
Yeah, I worked
and
at 95th and 52nd Avenue. I always saw the Excel windows.
Mhm.
And you see them all over the bus stop.
Well, the caliber of work, and they just stood by everything they did. You had a problem, they'd adjust it immediately. Very accommodating.
Again, goes back to quality and price. We did a lot of shopping, so I know I got great value.
Well, I'd read the ads, 30 years in business, serving Oak Lawn. I like to shop Oak Lawn if I can, especially with an expense that's this big. I've spoken to a lot of people that use different window companies in the area, and I heard nothing but good things about Excel.
First of all, his presentation was excellent. The price certainly a consideration. And the thing that I think as far as their service is concerned was the big factor as far as I was concerned, because nowadays you just don't see anybody who gives the kind of attention to their product and its functioning the way they do.
The two gentlemen that were out here that installed these windows, they blew me away. They were fantastic. I've been in the building trades for a lot of years, and the quality of workmanship, that's what I love about them. Plus the construction.
Everything that Excel told me would happen, happened. From when the people would show up to measure my windows, when they would arrive, would rate them 5 stars.
Excellent. Excellent. Yeah, at least.
We've had a lot of work done in this house since we moved here. It'll be 4 years in February, but I can tell you one thing, that Excel Windows is the only company that we never had any trouble with. And you know, I'm very fussy, and Tony knew it from day one. So he everything just went so smooth. It was almost unbelievable in this day and age.
Well, I'll say I do like the windows, like I said, with the cleaning aspect, and I like when we call, we talk to a person. It's not like,
Oh, that's so important.
you know, press this button and that button. We talk to a person and we get results right away. And so far there has been no complaints.
If they make an appointment with us, they're here.
Right.
If not, on time, early.
The windows were installed in July. It was very hot. My husband refinished all the woodwork. I had no drapes up for days. I'm on a corner, westbound exposure. Thought, oh, we're gonna die in here. I could not believe how cool the house was. The windows have like a nice tint on them, and very, very, very cool. My old windows were like a magnifying glass. It just was so hot in there in the living room and dining room. Now you can sit in there with the windows open and it's no problem whatsoever.
The one thing, we've alluded to this already, you today to expect service from somebody is futile. It just generally doesn't happen. But here, after the windows were installed, we had one, I think it was this one right here, the second one. It scraped a little on the side. Now, we have a habit of calling Tony because there was another thing on the door that he found, but anyway, that's another issue. But we called, the manufacturer was on the phone the following morning making an appointment. They were out here, they replaced the weather stripping on this window, and we haven't had a problem. Now, I don't have to tell you, if you've had an experience with God himself, you wouldn't have that kind of service. You know, good God, yeah. So you just don't get that anymore.
Well, the best thing I like about the windows is I no longer have storms. I no longer have to paint. I have triple pane windows. My house is going to be warmer. My utility bills are going to go down, and that's just for starters.
The quality of the windows are fantastic. They're very sturdy. The wind blows. They're, you know, they're not moving whatsoever. The guys that came did a wonderful job on my woodwork. The quality is A+.
Oh yes, we've had people, while the installation was being done, had neighbors come over and they just loved it, and they ordered the windows from Excel, and it's just pyramided on the block, one house after another. I think there's about 4 or 5 now.
Well, actually, that happened because my cousin's son called. He was considering all new windows in his place, and he called to find out who we had had. I told him. Of course, he wanted to know what kind of experience he had. I described it, and he did. I think he did all of his windows, didn't he? Yeah. So, and I've recommended them to the man across the street from here who's considering Excel windows in his place, and that's a huge 2-story over there. So
It is, because when you find somebody that's good, you know, you want them, you know, I want other people to have that experience as we did. So I thought it was really a good experience.
I would recommend Excel windows to all my friends and family. Anybody that is looking in for getting new windows, I would recommend Excel.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, I would. In fact, I have several neighbors that have already been over here. Don't be surprised if the phone isn't ringing at Excel. People like my windows. Thank you.